Yay, the kids are finally asleep.
So do you feel like...
Playing a game?
I've got a feeling a boss fight's coming up.
Ooh, I just got wrecked.
Headshot, baby.
Ooh, it's your turn to get the baby.
So are you up to the challenge?
Run, 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 run.
And we're dead.
That's when I realized I have no idea what I'm doing.
GG. Welcome back to another episode of the Gamer Parents Podcast. Episode number 40.
Woohoo!
It's fun, exciting. That's a big one for us.
It is.
I think 50 will probably be bigger because 40 is less than 50. So, my name is Kevin, and I'm joined by my wondrous wife, Joanne.
Hello.
And we have quite a jam-packed episode planned for tonight. So, no game review, but we will just kind of get into all this. Starting things off, I want to kick it over to Joanne. How was your week?
Hello again. This week's been going really fast, like fast pace. I feel like I've been going on play dates 3 days in a row, or maybe 4 days in a row.
Whoa. You've been going on dates? What's this now?
Not dates, play dates for the kids.
Gotcha. Okay.
With other moms. Yeah, so it's been like every morning since Monday, I think. It's been nonstop.
Yeah, you've had a busy schedule this week. That's for sure.
So it's like 3 hours maybe being out with the kids, including playtime, lunchtime, more playtimes, and then nap. Yeah, it's just filled with a lot of fun outdoor activities like pumpkin painting, since it's a fall tradition that I want to start with our family.
How many pumpkins did you guys paint?
We painted 4
Painted
pumpkins.
a lot. I mean, they're small pumpkins, but still.
Yeah, the snowball pumpkins. And then we also baked cookies twice and distributed the cookies, chocolate chip cookies. What else did we do? Yeah, playgrounds and stuff like that. But it has been a very busy week. Our kids have been enjoying all these new fall activities. It's their first time to actually paint a pumpkin and stuff like that. So that was exciting for them and for me.
I feel like every year, each holiday is a little bit different with our kids because they change so much, like one year to the next.
Yes.
You know, like this year, Dylan would probably be old enough to trick or treat. Whereas like prior years, like probably too little for that kind of borderline.
So the first year of trick or treat is always they're asleep and we're passing out candies, and then the second year,
the first like couple years of age for them, it's like hoping I think for a while like our doorbell doesn't even work, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't bother fixing it because we're like, we're okay if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
If somebody really needs us, they'll knock on the door.
Yeah.
Or the way our house is set up, we can see the front door from like pretty much
the hallway.
It's like a huge hallway that goes from one end of the house to the other. So you can basically see the front door from the other side of the house. So it's pretty easy to see like if someone's there.
Yeah.
So I feel like we haven't really needed it. And when it was working, it was pretty much just waking up the newborns.
Exactly.
All the time. So we're like, for Halloween, we're like, let's just not fix it yet. Yeah.
I know. Anyways, the struggle for bedtime is real with our toddler. Our 4-year-old does not like going to bed, and it could be like a whole day filled with fun activities, painting pumpkins and baking cookies, and more fun with kinetic sand, roller coaster, and trampoline, all the fun stuff. And then when it's time for bed, regardless whatever you have done for him in the morning, it became a bad day for him because he has to go to bed. And I actually saw a meme about that. I thought it was really funny. It's like, wow, this day sucks.
I know we shared that meme on Twitter too, so
yeah,
you might see it there.
So yeah, the struggle with bedtime is real. But that's about it on the life side. And for gaming, I did a lot of Mario Party, I think.
You have, like, even by yourself, like it's a party of one over there. You're just playing Mario Party on the Switch, having a blast.
Welcome to Mom Life, party of one.
I can like hear you in the other room either celebrating or the opposite of celebrating when you lose a mini game.
A mini game, yeah. But I was playing Mario Party, and it's just fun. Like, it's not really penalizing for me to set it down for a while until it's my turn and handle the kids during the day. So I like playing that. And for the computer games, I tried Deathloop once, just once. Didn't like it. No, I don't know. It's just not my kind of game. It's too mind-boggling for me. Like Inception, like death after death after death. So didn't like that game. Played Secret Neighbor. Didn't think much of that either. Still playing Among Us. Very active. And then we played Evil. That would be the next game review, right, Kevin? If I'm not mistaken.
I guess so. Yeah.
I like it. I mean, I think it's really worth playing for a couple of weeks to give a review on. So yeah, that's about my game part of life. What about you? How's life? How's game?
Life wise, I mean, not really a whole lot going on. I mean, nothing really interesting work or career wise this last week. I did have kind of a funny story about our son that I figured I'd share. It's part funny, and it's also just really goes to show people like what the kind of stuff you have to deal with, like as a parent and somewhat as like a new parent. As your kids go through these certain ages and stages. So if you have kids, you probably have gone through similar stuff like this before, and if you don't, well, then there you go. Here's a little gem of insider knowledge. So our son potty trained, but will sometimes, and he's probably, but one day will want to kill me for saying this, but sometimes has accidents at night, right, in his bed. But of course he's asleep, so it's not really his fault. I think it's just something that like kids do, and they can't control it. So, and he knows that he needs to use the restroom during the day, all that, and not wait too long, or else he could get in trouble. And so he gets worried about that when he wakes up and had an accident overnight. But I'm having to explain to him that, like, hey, if it's an accident in the middle of the night, it's, you're not doing it on purpose. It's okay if it happens in your bed, but if he's awake, then he can't do it. Like, that's not the right time to do that.
No, but you didn't explain it to him like that before. You just told him if it happens in your bed at night, it's fine,
Yeah, I mean, I guess I probably wasn't as descriptive or detailed enough as I probably should have been. So anyways, I think it was Friday morning, he gets up and he just all of a sudden runs back to his room, right? And I kind of go follow him because normally he needs to go use the restroom like when he first gets up. So I go follow him and I see him like jump back in his bed and he just lays there, and then I walk over to him, be like, "What are you doing?" And then I can like hear it, but he's just like laying in his bed peeing.
Yeah, you can hear the stream coming.
And he just gives me that straight face, like I don't know exactly what he's doing. And I'm like, "Are you really, dude?" So like he ran back into his bed to go to the bathroom because he thinks that's okay.
Yeah, and he said like, "Well, I'm in bed."
Technically, yeah, I don't remember exactly how I explained to him of what is allowed and what's not allowed, but he thought that was cool, or that was okay. So I had to re-explain it differently so that he would understand better. So,
but it just amazes me how like a 4-year-old can like, twist. Like he found his way around, like that loop. And this is what like lawyers are good at.
Yeah, he's super logical. And I mean, thankfully he was wearing pull-ups because he sleeps in those.
Yeah.
So no like mess or anything, but still like, yeah. So just trying to understand your kids is difficult sometimes because you really have to like understand the way they think.
Yeah. And he's now becoming a why child. A why child is a child who questions you back why. Before he'll be just like, okay, don't touch that. Okay. Now he'll go like, why?
Once you explain it, he's usually pretty good. Because I'll like explain like why I don't want him to do something because it's dangerous or this could happen or whatever. And he'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, and that would be bad, right? So like, he knows.
But it's sometimes exhausting though, because every little thing you say or do, he'll like, why?
It can be. Yeah, he's kind of doing a lot of that lately.
Yeah.
So been an interesting week for sure with the kids, but I mean, I think every week kind of is in its own ways.
Mm-hmm.
And they change so fast and so much, and it's this now, it'll be something else next. So
Yeah, different levels, different devils.
and then for the gaming front, for me, I feel like I played quite a bit this week. I know I started the week off with some Deathloop.
Oh yeah, you like that game.
I think I jumped into it a little bit before you did, and I really liked it in the beginning, the start of it. I right off the bat acknowledged how great the voice acting was. Like I noticed it probably like a minute into the game. I was like, "Oh, this is really good voice acting," and I liked the beginning story part of it at least. Between you like resetting and back to the beach, and like you remember things that happened like prior before you died, and then you're stuck like in this loop.
A death loop.
Yeah, and it kind of guides you pretty well for like the first few levels, I guess. And then at some point it kind of opens it up and it's like, okay, which area do you want to go to? And it breaks it down into 4 different areas, and there's 4 different times of day. There's morning, noon, afternoon, and evening. And different things are happening or have happened at each of these locations depending on what time of day you go there. So like if you go somewhere in the morning, like something might not be open yet, but like at night it would be, or like something is stolen at a certain time of day. So like if you get there before, you can get it, but if afterwards, then it's gone. Like, so it's kind of confusing in terms of all of that. And when the game just like kind of stops guiding you a little bit, and it's kind of like, all right, go wherever you want and at whatever time of day you want. And I just felt like I kind of got to this point where I'm like, I don't really know what it wants me to do next.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm, and I really like the guidance in games. Like I want the game to like point me in the right direction, or like just tell me what map to go into, like what zone do I enter. Like I want, like I'll figure it out when I get there, but at least like point me in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's kind of stopped doing that a little bit. So I'm kind of at this point where like I'm probably gonna give it like one more try, and then see if I can really let it take, because I would like to finish the game. I mean, I heard a lot of good things about it, so we'll see. I'm kind of on the edge though, where like I don't know if I'm gonna keep playing it longer or not.
Yep.
So like I said, one more try, but then we'll see.
Okay.
I'm sure I will have more to report on that next week. Another game that I played this week, which you mentioned, you didn't really talk much about it, but that was Secret Neighbor.
Yeah.
We actually streamed that last Tuesday, so that is over on the YouTube channel, Gamer Parents Podcast. If you want to watch us playing that game, we literally played it for an hour, and then we were like, yeah, I'm done. Are you done? Like, yep, let's just stop right here. All right, I know I did not like it. It was, you play as these kids. One person is a secret neighbor who can transform back and forth between the neighbor and a kid. You don't necessarily know who the secret neighbor is at the beginning. It could basically be any of the people you're playing with. So you want to kind of be cautious of the other kids running around, and you're trying to find keys so that you can open up the basement door, and that's how you win as the kid. And as a secret neighbor, you're trying to stop the kids from doing that, and you're basically like
abducting them.
Yeah, basically trying to abduct them or kidnap them. Like if you find one alone, you can like transform into the secret neighbor, and then you like grab them,
and they disappear.
And then they disappear and turn into like a whole bunch of like
wanted
picture notes or whatever.
I know, trigger alert.
Kind of like it has like a weird feeling to it, and I don't know, it's kind of bizarre.
Exactly.
Really strange kind of game.
Maybe more bizarre for us because we're parents.
Yeah, the graphics and everything are not like that scary. Like it's very
like Ember almost, I thought.
What? Oh no, I don't think it was quite like that. I wouldn't describe it like that.
Not Ember, like Grounded.
Yeah, maybe kind of like Grounded a little bit.
The graphics, yeah.
But everything is really dark in terms of, not like dark as in scary, but just like not very well lit.
Yeah, I would say it's a cross between Among Us and Dead by Daylight.
I mean, Dead by Daylight's can be kind of a scary game, but
I prefer
just
that by
with like how the
Daylight.
characters look and like the stuff, but like the lighting is really good in Dead by Daylight. You can for the most part in those levels you can see people from really far away.
Yeah.
In Secret Neighbor, like I couldn't like sometimes I couldn't even see like what was right in front of me, and I
Yeah.
was always afraid I was going to run into the neighbor.
Plus, it's indoors.
Yeah, it's all indoors, and the light there's like not enough lights in this house, and the
Yeah.
hallways are super dark, and you can actually turn the lights on and off in each room. So pretty much, the secret neighbor is going to like turn all the lights off, so you can sneak up on people.
But there was one time the neighbor kind of like pulled the plug, like went to the main, I don't know, the electrical box and like
Sabotaged.
sabotage the
Yeah.
electrical box, and then everything went dark. Remember, like we
Yeah.
were out of power.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I never played as the secret neighbor, so I never got a chance to do that or even try it. Even though we played a handful of games, but we played like 5 games, maybe, and I never got to be the secret neighbor.
Yeah, I was a secret neighbor once, but I didn't sabotage the lights that time. But I just knew after that it happened.
Yeah. And one thing that I noticed, every single game we played, the neighbor won.
I don't know if that's.
I was the kid every single time, and we lost every single time.
I know. I think we're just bad as kids.
Maybe, but I mean, like, even when you were the neighbor, you won, right?
Yeah, it was easy.
Like, even though you didn't really know what to do. Yeah, you just, like, when you see somebody, you grab them, and then they're out of the game. Like, there's
I know.
nothing you can do to save them or bring them back or anything. Like, they're gone, and then now there's only, like, 2 or 3 others, and, that you get them all, and then you win.
Yeah, at least in Dead by Daylight, like you could unhook someone.
Yeah, you get, like, multiple chances, and you can see the villains coming at you from, like, a mile away in most levels. And if you can't see them, you can get that, you hear their heartbeat in Dead by Daylight. So,
yeah,
there are tons of warnings.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was really one-sided, like not balanced at all. They need to make it harder for the neighbors.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then maybe it might be a better game. Be okay. And they need to like improve the lighting. That's probably one way they could help the kids out.
And also add more chances for the kids.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I just feel like it needs like big time balancing. But anyways, it's enough of that game. Let's be done with that game and never talk about it ever again. The last game that I was playing today, it was actually just released. I want to say like less than a week ago. It was sometime during the week. That is Marvel Snap, and it is a mobile game for those of you who haven't heard of it.
Mobile game, yeah.
It was hyped up a pretty good amount. I mean, I kind of knew it was coming, and it was in beta. I didn't really bother trying to get an invite to the beta, but I just waited for it to come out, which was a few days ago, and I've downloaded that, and I've been playing it a lot the last like 24 hours, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's a card game, and it's Marvel, so you have all of the different Marvel characters in it. Each card is a different character, so you got all the Avengers, X-Men, Spider-Man, everyone from the Marvel universe, all those fun superheroes that so many people love. And it immediately reminded me of Gwent, which I played quite a bit of in Witcher 3, where you have like 3 different zones and you play the cards in one of those 3 zones, and, just adds up your power level, and whoever wins 2 out of 3 of the zones wins. Right, and it's only 6. Each match is only 6 turns, so it's pretty short. I do like that. Like compared to Hearthstone, some of those matches in Hearthstone can easily be like 30 minutes sometimes, but in these, like it lasts like no more than 5 minutes max.
That's fast.
Yeah, they're really quick. And one thing that's kind of annoying, but like sometimes I'm okay with it, is they're like constantly giving you like missions and daily quests to do and achievements, and they reward you like constantly for things, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like it that they're giving us stuff, but it's kind of like constant. Like, you win a match and then you unlock something, and that gives you something that unlocks a different thing. And, then you get an achievement for that. So, like, you get the reward for that. So, it's like they're constantly throwing stuff at you. But the cool part about that is you're pretty much constantly getting new cards, which is cool. I feel like basically every match I play, I'm getting, like, a new card afterwards. So, I'm already able to build, like, a few different decks out of that are pretty unique from each other, which is nice because I remember at the beginning of Hearthstone, it was like everybody was playing with the exact same cards, and it felt super boring to play at the beginning because there just was not enough variety yet. And so I'm already kind of feeling that there's a pretty good amount already at the game, even though it's the very beginning. So I don't think the strategy level that I like in card games like Hearthstone is as deep in Marvel Snap as it is in Hearthstone or, Magic the Gathering, other card games that I've played, just because of the rules and how it's played. But it's still fun, and I'm still enjoying it, and it's kind of a little breather from Hearthstone. But I don't think it's going to be like a forever game for me. I don't think I'm going to play Marvel Snap nearly as long as I've played Hearthstone. For sure. But I mean, it's fun. I like Marvel, and if anything, it's letting me be introduced to a lot of new Marvel heroes or villains that I never knew existed. Right? Like there's some that I'm like, oh, I didn't even know this was a Marvel hero or Marvel character. So if anything, I am educating myself on Marvel.
Yep.
But yeah, that's it for me on the gaming side as well. Those are our weeks in general. We did have a fun game planned for episode 40 to celebrate. We are going to play Would You Rather?
Yes, and we'll be taking turns asking each other all the would you rather questions.
Okay, cool. Who wants to start? Shall I start? And you know what? I'm just going to start. Okay. Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
150 years into the future.
Why?
Now I know where our son gets it from. I'm kidding.
Because I immediately thought the opposite.
What? Really?
I would rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future. Being able to see 150 years into the future does not help you at all because you're not going to live that long.
I know, right? Exactly. That's why I want to see 150 years into the future.
You're seeing things that like will never impact you because it's happening so far.
It doesn't matter. It might impact me if I see how 150 years in the future.
You can see like how your great grandkids.
No, I want to see how the world is then, and then I can.
If there's a world, then I'll know.
Yeah, and then I can create something or, benefit from it.
Oh, so you're thinking like financially benefit.
Yeah, I'm Asian.
Oh, you may have changed my answer on that one. It'd be like
150 years in the future.
Hot Tub Time Machine and Lugal. I don't think you know what I'm talking about. You probably haven't seen that movie. The guy, he goes back in time and then he creates Google, but he names it Lugal.
Oh, okay.
His name is Lou. I think that's what it was. Yeah. So, and then he becomes like a billionaire because he used that idea. But anyways, you may have just changed my answer on that one.
No, I can't change your answer. Why do you rather?
I still think it'd be nice to be able to see 10 minutes into the future because you could still like play the stock market and stuff, right? With that, 10 minutes is far enough into the future. You could still financially benefit because of that. Plus, it'd just be nice to know, like, if anything's bad going to happen to you in the next 10 minutes.
Like 10 minutes in the future from now, we would still be talking on Game Pass games.
Yeah, and I'll know, okay, maybe I shouldn't say this.
That's funny.
I think our relationships would probably go a lot better if you could see 10 minutes into the future and be like, all right, especially like with you, I would always say the right things because if I ever said the wrong thing, I would see it and I would be able to change it. Would I be able to change it? If it's the future, is it set in stone? I don't know. Anyways, let's get on to the next question, shall we?
That's funny. All right, I'll ask you next. Would you rather have telekinesis, which is the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy, the ability to read minds?
I would say telekinesis.
Same.
Because I think it'd be cool to be able to move things with your mind, right?
Yeah.
Like I would totally just use it like to my convenience. So like I wouldn't have to go grab something. I would just like
bring it to you.
Mind move it over to me.
Or like when we both get into bed at night when it's cold and like, oops, the lights are still on, and then we'll have.
You mean when I'm already in bed and then you get in bed afterwards without turning the lights off? Like that?
Yeah, and then I'll be like, Kevin, turn off the lights. It would be so easy if you have telekinesis and you can just turn off the lights with your mind.
Basically, be like a Jedi with the Force, That's what it reminds me of.
Funny. All right, your
But
turn.
also, I did also want to add to,
Oh,
I
what?
wouldn't want to mess with telepathy just because I feel like if you could read everybody's minds, like that is not good for your own sanity. I feel like
True.
I don't think.
Unless you're Professor X.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how he even does it, but I mean, it even seems like it messes with him sometimes too. So I don't know. I just feel like if you could read everybody's mind, it would probably not be good for your happiness.
I know. True. Some
I mean,
things
that's kind
are
of
best
a
left
sad
not
thing,
known.
but it's probably a good thing we can't read everyone's minds.
True. Agreed.
All right.
Your turn.
Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade?
Oh, this is hard. Gosh. I choose the lesser of the devil for this.
Yeah, this one's. I mean, obviously neither of these are good, but
I
what do you
would
think?
rather be in jail for 5 years.
Okay, I agree with you.
Why?
So my thoughts would be, I mean, obviously being in jail for 5 years would be a bad thing, be a very bad thing. But I think I could still find like joy and happiness there, like versus just being in a coma and just losing 10 years of your life and everything that's around you, right? You could still be visited by loved ones in jail.
Yeah. So I was thinking about the same thing. Like, if I was in a coma for a decade, then I can like keep tabs on you or our children.
Keep tabs on.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, at least like like get to know what's going on. If I've been replaced, etc., etc.
Plus the time frame on the jail sentence is half the time of the coma, right?
I
Jail
know, but
for
then
5
it's
years
more
or coma for
torture,
a decade. So it's like if it was a coma for 5 years, then maybe.
No, but it's still torture. Like, I mean, there's more hardship
Yeah.
in jail than in a coma. You're just in bed and being fed through IV and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I think.
All right. So
I
we're
think
both in
right.
jail. We'd rather be in jail. Okay.
Yeah.
My turn to ask you.
Your turn.
Would you rather find true love today or win the lottery next year?
Well, I've already found true love, so I guess I'll take the lottery.
You're funny. I know you have, but I mean, like, if you're single or like before you met me, would you rather find true love then or win the lottery next year? But I would choose the lottery too, and then I'll find you the next after that.
So the next time, like, you get a wish granted for you. Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. Would you rather be chronically underdressed or overdressed?
Overdress, I guess. Rather look like a Christmas tree or a
I'd
disco ball.
rather be overdressed all the time.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, usually if I see somebody like in a suit and tie or something, I'm like, oh, they're someone important, or they're on their way to do something important, or they're
Want to hear a
getting
confession?
married or something. I don't know, but
I think I was overdressed for my brother's wedding, so, and he made a joke, or not just him, like even his father-in-law, which is the bride's father, made a joke. Both of them like said the same thing about like, who's the bride today? Is it you or my daughter? Or
oh wow,
I know. And my brother was like, I feel like I'm getting married to two person or something because you both. Yeah, I was overdressed for my brother's wedding, so.
did that go over well with the bride?
Yeah, I mean, she's like in a bridal gown. Like, no one's gonna be
That's
like,
true.
you know.
It's kind of hard to top the wedding
Yeah,
dress.
it's just that because my dress was kind of like off white, and her dress was like white.
Oh.
So, but still, I think I was a bit overdressed now that I think back about it. But back then, it was like hashtag sorry, not sorry. Anyways,
All right, your turn.
would you rather have universal respect or unlimited power?
Well, I'm thinking if you have unlimited power, people are going to respect you, right?
No, they're gonna fear you.
That's true. Fear is different than respect. I would take universal respect.
Seriously?
Versus, well, what does unlimited power mean?
I don't know. Just like someone who is power hungry,
That's basically
dictators.
God, right? Like,
Definitely dictators, right? Unlimited
well,
power.
I don't. That's technically not unlimited.
That's true.
Unlimited is a big word. That's a lot.
Yeah, but imagine like a major world dictator who has the power to do anything,
Sure.
then
Yeah.
I chose unlimited power, so you
You
choose
did.
universal
Okay. I choose
respect.
universal respect.
Okay.
I feel like that's the
That's so you.
more moral
Yeah.
answer there. Okay, I feel like this is an easy one, especially for you, but would you rather give up air conditioning and heating for the rest of your life or give up the internet for the rest of your life?
I'll give up the internet.
For the rest of your life, really?
Yeah.
We'll just pull the plug on this whole thing right now.
Yeah. I cannot go without air conditioner or heater.
But did you not have an air conditioner or heater in Malaysia?
I did. I have air conditioner. I didn't have heater, but I have air conditioner. We don't need heater there. It's really hot in a tropical area, but yeah, I had air conditioning.
Oh, so maybe it's just like, I know other places don't there.
Yeah, there are some places. Depends on your house, but they are air conditioners.
Okay.
But I mean, the internet is important, but I don't know. I think I would die from the heat during summer here or the cold during winter. I would rather just go to a library like the good old days when I was growing up before internet happened. So, yeah.
All right, you're up.
But what about you?
Did I not say? I think I would have to do without air conditioning or heater, even though like I'm super spoiled with that. Like I've always had like heater and air conditioner, and especially being here in Texas, like we really need both. You probably wouldn't think we need a heater, but in the winter when it's like 0 degrees occasionally, like last year, then you kind of do. But
Well, you could have a fireplace.
True. I mean, there's other things that like you just have to get used to, like running the fireplace, or some people have like heated floors and stuff like that. Like that's kind of
No, that's
wild,
still heater.
yeah, I guess that's still technically heater. But
I don't believe you.
I couldn't give up internet though. Like that's tough.
All right, my turn to ask you.
Yep.
Would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef? And don't say that you have both right now because of me.
Yeah. So I would say I'd rather have a personal maid because I feel like I wouldn't appreciate a personal chef as much as a
What?
personal maid. I feel like the things that I like to eat and make, most of it I could kind of get by myself, or just
hot
like
pockets.
I'm super content with throwing like a hot pocket in the microwave and like letting that be my dinner too.
Yeah.
Like I do like appreciate like home cooked meals, and I would rather have that, don't get me wrong, but like I have a lot of things that I could make myself, either cook myself or just like something easy to heat up as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm okay with that. Like I'm still content. I'm happy with it. But like if somebody were to just like pick up everything after me, like that would be awesome.
You need that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. You
Especially if the personal maid helps pick up after the kids. That's the real kicker. Right?
Welcome to my world.
Because that's all the mess. Like that's basically what we're picking up nonstop is the trail of mess the kids leave behind.
Mm-hmm. True. I'll go with that too. A personal maid sounds good. Your turn.
My turn. Okay. Would you rather wear the same socks for a month or the same underwear for a week?
Oh my gosh, this is hard. They both sound super disgusting.
Yeah, like which one is less disgusting?
Socks, definitely socks.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Wearing the same underwear for
a week sounds horrible.
That would be
Even if you wear it like inside out over and over again, it's still
vile by the end. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But like the same socks, like you could kind of get away with it. My only thing is like I wear socks out like big time. Like I wear socks like 3 times and then I'll start getting holes in them. So like after a month, I don't even want to know what those socks would look like. But yeah, I think it's better than the alternative at least. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go with that.
Okay. And for my last question.
Okay.
Would you rather drink from a toilet or pee in a litter box?
Like just a one-time thing? Or like
guess.
You would always have to do this?
I don't know. Just
I'm
not going deep into
pick
it.
One. You're the the owner of this one.
Okay, would you rather drink from a toilet or pee in a litter box the rest of your life?
Pee in a litter box? That's not even that bad. Like, maybe I'm just missing something
know,
in
right?
this one. Especially if you're a guy. If I was I would love to pee in a litter box. That sounds like a good time. Like,
Are you a
do you
cat?
have a litter box? I'll do that right now.
Are you a cat?
What?
I can't pee in a litter box.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for a guy, that's easy.
Maybe.
I think for a girl, that's a lot harder and difficult to do. But what are you gonna do? Drink out of a toilet for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I guess peeing in a litter box.
And I'm assuming this is a normal toilet that's been used. Like, that's not healthy, right?
Yeah, I guess so. All right. That.
Okay, that wraps up the Would You Rathers with that fantastic question by Joanne. What do we have next? We have Game Pass games. Joanne, back to you for that.
Okay. So, new games on Game Pass this past week. A Plague Tale Requiem on Xbox Series X, Series S, PC, and Cloud. An Amnesia Collection and Amnesia Rebirth on console, PC, and Cloud. Phantom Abyss on Xbox Series X, Series S, and PC and Cloud. Soma on console, PC, and Cloud. Persona 5 Royal on console, PC, and Cloud.
I did check out Plague Tale, and I wasn't really following it until it actually dropped. And I watched some of the gameplay, and it looks really good. I really want to play this one.
Yeah, me
It looks
too.
like it might be somewhat of a long game, and I just don't really have the time to put into that yet. But the graphics looked really good.
Yeah.
It looked like it was very story driven. Like, it's, you're playing as your character and you're kind of trying to escape danger, and it's a lot of like sneaking around and trying not to get caught by people. But the story looked really, I only watched maybe 5-10 minutes of it, and already the story had me like wanting to watch more. So I didn't really want to ruin the whole thing because I actually want to play it myself. But
Me too.
I saw enough that I think I like what I saw. So I want to check that one out for sure. And this is also the sequel. I forget the title of the first A Plague Tale, but there was a first one out there. So if this one turns out to be really good, we could always play that one. And then obviously Persona 5 Royale is a big title to drop, and also coming to Game Pass. So I think you would like that one. That is a JRPG.
Oh,
That's pretty popular, and I think it's right up your alley.
okay. It looks like it, like very anime-ish.
Yeah, I nominate you to play that one
Sure.
for sure.
Like Sega.
All right, new game releases this last week. We have A Plague Tale Requiem. It was also the same one back on Game Pass. Released to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, and PC. We have Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. Who are you going to call? I added that last part. On PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Marvel Snap. Oh, yeah. Oh, Snap. On iOS and Android. That's the mobile Marvel game that I was talking about earlier in the episode. We have Them's Fightin' Herds. That's right. Them's Fightin' Herds, not words, on all consoles. We have Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection on PC. Batora Lost Haven on all consoles and PC. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope on Switch. Second Extinction on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. The Jackbox Party Pack 9 on all consoles, PC, iOS, and Android. So literally everywhere you can play Jackbox. Vampire Survivors on PC. Gotham Knights on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. New Tales from the Borderlands. Yeah.
This must be the one that we saw, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What was that? They do like so many reveals and events nowadays. I forget which one had the Borderlands reveal, but yeah, we did watch that one together.
Okay.
That's on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And then Persona 5 Royale on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
That's the same one as in Game Pass, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the one that you're going to play next on Game Pass, hopefully. The JRPG. That one looks cool. I don't know if I'll have time to play it, but I think you would enjoy it more than me anyways. New Tales from the Borderlands. I really like Borderlands, but I don't think it's not on my priority list right now. Gotham Knights is a big one that dropped this last week, where that's the one also that we saw the reveal for.
The one like after Batman, right?
Yeah, so Batman is gone. I think he's dead. I don't know that, but he's after Batman is gone, and you play as different characters like Nightwing and Robin.
Batgirl.
Yeah, Batgirl, I think is one of them.
I am.
And then I forget the other guy's name. But anyways, and yeah, so it's in Gotham City with a little bit of a darker twist, I think. So far I've seen and heard a lot of good things about that, although it's only been out for like 2 days. And then Vampire Survivors is a game that I talked about for a couple of weeks, like a long time ago when I played it like pre-release, and it is a lot of fun. If you just like just crazy bullet hell of like your character just destroying everything and waves and thousands of enemies coming at you all at once, and you're combining these different weapons and passives and everything to just make your character basically unstoppable. That game is really fun. And then Second Extinction is one that I had been eyeing. It's been in pre-release on Game Pass for a while, and so now it's the official release. So I've been wanting to play that one actually, so maybe this is perfect timing. I didn't know it was set to come out this week. But yeah, so that's the new game releases this last week. Next, we also have NPD. So we have the top 10 games in total sales for the month of September. The last month is out. And I will just run through those, starting with game number 10. Number 10 for September was Mario Kart 8.
Ooh, I like that. And our son does too.
No, we bought ours in October.
Oh.
Right? So we bought this game earlier this month, right?
Yes, October.
So we did not contribute this to being on the top 10. Hopefully it's still in the top 10 for October, and we can say we put you there, Mario Kart. Although there's number 10 on this list, so they're really close to getting bumped off. So we'll see what happens to them next month. Number 9 is Elden Ring.
Ooh, all the way.
Which has been on the top 10 list since it came out in, I think, February. So it's still on the top 10 list, and it's been there every single month since it was released. So hopefully it holds on for the rest of the year. That would be cool to see, but it's getting pretty close to the end of the list there, Elden Ring. Number 8 is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle, and surprisingly, I've never even heard of this game before. Maybe it's something I should know, but that is a new game for September, it looks like, making the number 8 slot. Number 7 is Saints Row.
It sounds familiar.
Saints Row, yeah, it's those games have been out for. They've done a lot of them over the years. This was the latest one to drop this year. I think it came out in August, maybe. It didn't have a very good launch, had a lot of negative reviews. It was ranked 2 the prior month, and then it moved all the way down to 7, just like that. So, I mean, I think it had a lot of hype when it first launched and probably made a lot of sales from that, but it seemed to have dropped off pretty hard. Number 6 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection. I can respect that. I like TMNT. Number 5 is The Last of Us Part 1, which was the remake or remaster. I don't know what they're calling it nowadays. Number 4 is Splatoon 3, which looks okay. It looks like it'd be like a fun game to maybe play on Switch. Yeah, I only watched a little bit of it. I don't know a whole lot about that one. Number 3, NBA 2K23. Number 2 is Madden NFL 23. And number 1, I don't know what it is with sports games right now. They are doing insanely well. Number 1 is FIFA 23. So you got basketball, football, and soccer, or football,
Soccer.
I guess I need to speak, using words that the world would understand. So we have basketball, American football, and football for anyone outside of the U.S. But yeah, that's it for the top 10. The top 3 are all sports, which are not games. I just don't play sports games. I don't know. I'm okay like playing sports IRL, but when it comes to like video games, like I'd rather play other kinds of games. Although I do know some people that are really into FIFA, or even doing like at-home tournaments and stuff like that, having a blast with it. And I'm glad they're having a blast with it, but it's just not for me. That's it for the top 10 games for September in sales.
And Halloween is around the corner, guys.
Oh yeah, that's right. Halloween is right around the corner. We are just like about a week away from Halloween. And to celebrate that, we have decided that on our next stream, we are going to do that in costume.
Woohoo!
We are going to dress up because it's almost Halloween.
Yep.
We are not going to reveal yet what or who we're going to be dressed up as. And that is because we want to keep that a secret and surprise y'all. It's not because we haven't decided or just haven't bought the costumes or anything like that. So if you are dying to know who we are going to dress up as, you are going to have to
catch us on our stream.
Yeah, you're going to have to catch us live on YouTube, the Gamer Parents Podcast channel. This upcoming Tuesday. That will be what date? That will be October 25th.
Oh,
at 9:30 p.m. Central. Don't miss it.
Yes, and we will be playing evil, right?
I guess so, yeah. We'll probably have to be playing evil. Unless there's like more of a themed game we should be playing for Halloween. But evil works. I mean, it is a semi-Halloweenish kind of game.
Yeah.
I mean, there is murder involved and whatever. So, yeah, so check out the stream. Where else can people catch us, Joanne?
You can also find us on Instagram at gamer_parents_podcast.
Or on Twitter at twitter.com/gamerparentspod. The best way to hang out with us would be in the Discord channel, which you can find in the podcast episode description or in the YouTube video description if you're listening over there. And wherever you check us out, if you could give us a like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is, wherever it is, we would really appreciate that. But that is all that we have for you. This time, episode 40 is in the books.
Yeah. Woohoo.
40 episodes down. I can't believe it. That's crazy.
And we
missed 1 week pretty much in the very beginning because we were out of town and we had no idea like how to manage that. And like now we got it. Like even if we're out of town, like we know what to do. We know how to plan ahead. We know how to get stuff done so that doesn't happen again. So yeah, I mean
40 weeks of consistency.
Yeah, there you go. That's what they say. You got to be consistent if you want to do this kind of stuff. So there it is. There you have it, folks. But anyways, that wraps it up. We will catch you in the next one.
Bye.